Are you looking at ratings on heating and air systems, trying to understand it all, and you found a system that says up to a certain SEER rating, SEER being seasonal energy efficiency ratio, and of course that's just a number that the government attaches to the system, so that way homeowners, folks that are not actually in the industry, can kind of tell the difference between two systems, the gas mileage, if you will, on that heating and air system. Now, we've done other videos where we talked about the problem with SEER and maybe why it's not the best representation on what's the best system for your home or what's even the most efficient system for your home. But I wanted to do this video going a little further where we talked about why it says up to a certain rating, up to a certain SEER, and so on. And let's dive into this. First of all, some heating and air systems have multiple ratings. It has multiple SEER ratings, for example, and there's many things that will affect that. Number one being the matchup. So if you were to match up a 3-ton 17 SEER-ish system with a single stage air handler, you may get a different SEER out of it than if you were to pair it with, say, a variable speed system. And so that's why they'll sometimes say that system is up to 17.5 SEER or up to 16.5 or whatever it says, right? So up to a certain SEER rating, that outdoor unit can be affected by what you pair it with. Another thing that can affect it is the size itself. I have seen the exact same model of systems that say if at 2 tons, so if you're doing a 2-ton of that model versus a 5-ton, it might say this gets up to 18 SEER, whereas the 5-ton might only be able to get up to 16.5. So size does play a role, and I think there's a number of reasons for that, but just realize size does play a role in that. Another thing that plays a role in it is the ductwork itself. So the system may say up to 17 SEER, but after it's installed, if the ductwork isn't sized properly or something else is wrong with that airflow, you may only be getting, say, 10 or 11 SEER out of that system you spent all that money on. Another thing would be the coil size. So we've seen folks take the indoor unit. So you've got, let's go back to our scenario, a 3-ton 17 SEER-ish system, and you pair it with a 3-ton indoor unit, then you're only going to get, say, 16 SEER. But if you pair it with a 4-ton indoor unit, you might now get that 17 or 17.5 SEER. And so we've seen that. We've actually had folks comment on our videos and say, this heating and air guy didn't know what he was doing. He oversized the indoor unit compared to my outdoor unit, not realizing to meet certain ratings, sometimes AHRI certificates for your rebate or some other incentive, they had to do that to get the proper amount of SEER out of that matchup. And the final thing is the type of system itself can affect all of this. So we talked about an air handler being single stage or variable speed, but there's also outdoor units that can vary based on the type of system they are, being a single stage, a 2-stage, or an inverter. We did a video recently right here where we talked about comparing those systems and how SEER may not be the best thing to look at. You might want to look at other things when you're comparing those ratings. Check that video out if you haven't seen it already. Because of all this that we've now talked about, for years, SEER not being the best representation of comparing these systems, we've now seen the government come out with SEER 2 ratings. And the idea behind this is it's still very similar to SEER, but SEER 2 is supposed to be considering more real world applications. And we did a video on this as well where we dove into all that. Check that video out when it comes to SEER 2. But ultimately, I just wanted you to know that SEER 2 is still not the best representation of these systems in a lot of cases. I think that it is a step in the right direction. It's a good way for folks to be able to kind of know in real world conditions with ductwork sizing and all the other things that affect how efficient a system actually is, that you need to consider a few things when comparing these systems. And it's honestly made a lot of the heating and air brands be a little more stringent when attaching these ratings to the system. So when we saw a couple years ago systems that were 17 SEER and 17 SEER, they weren't really the same efficiency. SEER 2 made it to where you might be able to notice that one system is actually not quite as efficient as the other. But again, I still think it's a little flawed because it's not considering all the variables when it comes to inverter systems and communicating versus non-communicating and all the other things like that. I really wish that they would move in a direction where you can't even necessarily compare systems that are two totally different efficiencies when we're talking about a system that has the ability to ramp down and communicate versus other SEER rated systems. A lot of folks will see, oh, it's only one SEER higher, not understanding it's significantly higher efficiency if it's communicating inverter. But I digress, right? And the last thing I want to point out in this video is just realize that if you are comparing systems, and you did watch that video where I talked about comparing the three different levels, if you will, of systems and ignoring SEER in some cases. But if you watched all that and you've gotten a little better understanding and you're starting to compare systems a little better now, the last thing I'll point out is just making sure that you're looking at some of the other ratings that they attach to these systems. Ratings like HSPF, especially if you're in an area that gets colder. Other ratings like AFU, if the system is a gas burning appliance. And then of course, maybe looking at EER instead of SEER in some cases. Looking at the ratings overall might tell you a story just because they're the same SEER, but one just simply doesn't have the latent heat capacity or the abilities that the other system does. Looking at BTUs as well, that might be something to consider. Not all 3-ton systems are the same as all 3-ton systems, if that makes sense. If you're comparing systems, ask the contractor, hey, can I look at a little more information? Comparing apples to apples, and I want to make a good decision here. Consider all the ratings on the systems before you spend that money. So let me know your thoughts. Is this helping at all? Is it a little confusing? Maybe you're being hit with all kinds of information and this can be quite confusing. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you like this video, I think you'll like this one even more. It's where I go through some of the craziest HVAC statistics coming out today. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time.